Welcome back to Baldeykino, everyone, and Farming Simulator 22. Kind of at the end of winter, hopefully, because next month we have some planting to do. Well, we've had a lot of snow, been working over the winter, and, well, we got some work to do today. Also, got to prepare to plant potatoes next month. Now, I mentioned previously that I wanted a field on our property for corn and one for potatoes. We've got that set up. Let me go ahead and hop in the tractor here and take you out there. And we might want to do some plowing of the driveway here. It snowed a lot last night. We got one of the trucks from the collective farm. We're going to use that here in a minute. We need to make a run for them and pick something up at the store. Also, they have our other tractor. Yeah, that's right. Our little 80, our MTZ 80. I left it over there. It's been over there all winter at the collective farm, and they've been doing maintenance on their tractors, and I paid them to work on ours as well. So it should be all fixed up for us. We just need to stop by. I know where the blade is. I'm all looking for the blade. There it is. All right. So let's see if we can get some of this snow moved out of the way just so it doesn't compact too much here. Set our tractor to reverse drive. One way to get it done. We don't have a proper snow plow, but we do have this blade here, which I was using to level the driveway. A project which I think I mentioned previously in a previous video. And if you haven't seen the previous videos, there's a link to the playlist below, and hopefully I remember to pin one in the comments as well, but you can find it in the description below. Now, yeah, I mentioned previously I'm kind of done with the rocks in the driveway issue, but it's no big deal. In trying to actually get rid of them, I ended up smoothing them out almost pretty darn smooth. So for now, I won't be plowing the driveway because I would just end up pushing rocks around. Again, I'll deal with that. For right now, let's get some snow pushed out of the way a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure. Doesn't seem to be really a whole lot of snow, but we can make a little bit of a dent here and at least kind of clear the way to get the truck out. Get a little path here so we can get our delivery truck out. Yeah, it's not a whole lot. Looks like maybe just 3 or 4 inches of snow here, but we pretty much got it overnight. Kind of hope, yeah, hopefully it's done for snowing. Well, we can check the forecast. All right, so I checked the forecast, and well, it's not projected to snow anymore. Of course, you know, that can change over time. Looks like March is supposed to be good. We're right at the end of February now. Looks like March is supposed to be good, but it looks like you know, we can expect rain in April and May. But all right, you know, that's probably good for now. We get the snow out from in front of this stuff here, so we need to. I've been using the truck over the winter to run parts and errands for the collective farm while ours has been, oh, that reminds me. So yeah, I did some work over the winter here. Let's go out here and check it out. We got 2 new fields. I don't remember exactly what we had when last I saw you guys because I've been working here all winter. But here we've got us a field for potatoes. I kind of made it a little bit wide, I think. This is, well, it's just, it's going to take about 20 or so trips up and down the field to plant the potatoes, but don't have to plant the whole thing, I guess, is the lesson there. We don't have to plant the whole thing, but that's still a lot of potatoes. And then we got a field right here to plant corn on. So that's going to, the reason we're doing corn and potatoes, we've already got sugar beets, and the reason for that is feed for our pigs. And, you know, that's one thing that we need to check on is our pigs, you know. Yeah, I need to make a run of road salt down to the collective farm, and we'll pick up our tractor. But first, let's head down and check out our pigs. I haven't been there pretty much all winter. And yeah, see right here? Yeah, little mistake. I think I remarked a couple of episodes ago that I wish we had something to mark off this field. Yeah, well, I kind of tore through it with the truck on accident. So, yeah, something to mark the corner of the field might not be bad. Now, that's kind of only a, you know, just while the wheat is growing. But while the wheat is growing, as you can see, you can barely even see where the field is. So let's get down here and check on the pigs. Now, I did get some straw for them. They've got everything they need. They're just eating wheat for now until we get proper pig food for them. But I did get them straw and everything else. They should be fine. There's just 10 little piglets in here. So let's check on the pigs here. And I'd like to give you guys, here's a little pro tip. This can happen sometimes with animal systems on maps that you haven't played. I couldn't find the straw trigger because there's no marked straw trigger. You can see here I have my triggers turned on. Here's one for water. There's their food. And on the other side, there's one for the slurry and one for the pigs, but there's no straw trigger anywhere. Let's open this up, and I'll show you a trick. A lot of people, one common comment I see on maps is people often can't figure out the something to do with animal systems. There's always something, it seems, it's kind of a mystery, right? And here it's a straw trigger. Where is it? Well, what you can do is, if you're playing on PC anyway, if you're playing on PC, you can hit F5. This is something I never thought to share as a tip in a video. If you hit F5, what this is going to do, it's going to pop up wireframes and everything. It's kind of a great reference if you're making maps, but also you can use this to see collision and triggers. See right here on the food area, there's a yellow cube. Over here in the water is a yellow cube. Well, when I was looking for the straw trigger, there it is. It's right here. It's unmarked, but you can see it here in a yellow cube. Just push F5 if you're on a PC, and you can toggle that on and off. And you just got to push it like 4 more times, I think, to turn it off. Just toggle it till all the wireframes go away. Anyway, there's a little tip for you. So there's the straw trigger. So I got the little piglets straw. I think they're going to be good. Let's go ahead and check them in here. All the bars are red. That's because there's only 10 out of 300 pigs. But you can see that they have water, food, and straw. So they're all good. Yeah, I didn't, as our wheat isn't harvested yet, I just went and bought a bale of straw and brought it down here for them. All right, so we need to deliver some road salt to the collective farm. And I'm going to leave the gazelle with them and then bring back our tractor. And I'm not sure there's much else to do in February. March, next month, which is coming right up, we'll be planting potatoes. And we have no equipment for it. So, oh, that reminds me. Also, they owe us some money at the collective farm because I have been running deliveries for them and errands all winter. I try to help out whenever I can. And they'd say they told me they'd pay us $5,000 to run deliveries and stuff for them over the winter. So while we're down there, we'll collect our paycheck, I guess you could call it. You know, my uncle gave us this land, but and we get to borrow his equipment sometimes, but also I work for them a little bit. So just need to go to the store down in town and pick up some road salt. Should be waiting for us there. All right, this thing is good. I've been driving it all winter. Obviously, like I just said, it's a nice little truck. I'd like to get one of these for us. I would. And I don't think there's going to be too much snow to worry about. Thing's quiet. Yeah, I think it runs on propane or something. Barely even hear it. Yeah, these are great little trucks. We still got our car, by the way. Ours is actually, I believe it's at the shop. I got a trailer for our car, our little pickup truck, and I used it to haul straw for the pigs. And I think right now it's at the store where I last had it. All right, so I'm going to head down to the store. Well, actually, you want to enjoy some of this drive. Maybe it's really pretty out here. Well, I'll pick back up with you guys down at the highway. Yeah, it's a snowy day out here. I don't know if there's any... Well, these roads right here, they probably just haven't gotten to them yet, but the back roads here hadn't been plowed at all. I actually slid off the road at one point. I didn't really think about that. Might want to look into, well, once we get us a proper snow plow, maybe we can help maintain some of the back roads. This really isn't too bad here. One thing I like about living in areas like this is people who live in snowy areas, you can always trust them to drive, well, I mean, generally in the snow because they're used to it. Well, it's not too cold. The river down there isn't frozen. Just kind of having a look at that. All right, and we're at the store in town. And there should be some road salt waiting for us here. We're going to load into the little truck. Yep, that's it down there. Oh yeah, and I also picked up something. There's our truck and our trailer. I just kind of left it down here. There's also something I picked up for the farm. Right here. Something I caught on sale. There was some used farm machinery on sale over the winter. Let's go ahead and let's get this parked. I'll show you what I picked up for us. Wasn't much, unfortunately. I'll have a look here. No, I just checked again. There's nothing right now. Maybe next month. A lot of times, springtime, farm machinery, used farm machinery will go on sale. Well, I did pick up. Let's get that open. All right. So what I got for us, this was it's used, and we'll need this when it does come time to harvest our wheat. And so I guess the point of that is we're kind of locked into what kind of harvester we're going to get now. And this is a header for a Rostelmash Niva harvester, the SK5, I think, harvester, which is good. It's an affordable harvester, and this is a swath header. So we'll use this when we're harvesting our wheat. Now, a lot of the harvesting around here is done swathing style, which is good for us because we'll get more yield out of it. And so yeah, I picked this up for us cheap, like $5,000 or something it was for this. And anyway, when we do get a harvester, this will go with that. So let's get this road salt loaded up into the Gazelle there, and we'll get this down to the collective farm, get our paycheck for the winter. Well, like I said, it should be about $5,000, and that'll help us because we need some equipment for planting potatoes next month. Now, yeah, the crate's kind of sitting down in the snow, but I think if we line it up right, we'll be fine. Yeah, there we go. Nothing hard about that. Let's get this in the back of the truck and get this down to the farm. I think they got a lot of snow down there. Well, we got a lot of snow too, but down at the collective farm, they have a lot more area than we do. And there we go. Just leave this back up here by the loading dock. It's so quiet today. I've noticed that about snow. It's always so quiet when it snows. And I think I know why that is. I think it's because the snow in the air absorbs sound waves or something. It's that's why it's always so quiet when it snows. Like this is one of those peaceful, quiet snows. It's just been so quiet. Also, we've been driving this little delivery truck, and these are probably both propane powered, both the forklift and the truck, and so everything's been quiet. No loud tractors. Can we strap that down? Yeah, we can. We strap that down, and need to fire this up. Oh, I didn't shut it down. It was so quiet, I didn't even notice it was running. All right, let's close the back of this, and let's get this down to the collective farm for them. See, is it slick? Usually I do a little brake test here. Oh, I'm glad I didn't hit that car. Yeah, it's a little slick. It's never a bad idea to do a little brake check, kind of feel out how slick it's going to be before you head down the road. It's a little slick here. A little bit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I guess with the... yeah, hold up one second here. Let's turn my turn signal off. We're going to have to be careful with that weight of the road salt in the back. It's actually had an adverse effect on my steering ever so slightly. You know what? If we want to get home, if we want to get back to the farm safely, I'm going to put this back in the shop. We're going to push that. I should have thought of that. I hope those sirens aren't for us. I'm going to back up to the... let's get off the roads. That police doesn't... I'm going to pull this back to the shop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push that crate forward in the truck a little bit because that could be dangerous going down the road. What we're going to do is bump it forward just a little bit. We don't need it so we can't get it out, but just bump it forward a little bit so at least it's over the axle. Whoa. I must have no depth perception at all. All right, that's about as far forward as I want to push it, but that puts it like mostly over the axle. All right, I'm going to get this way, and let's see if this does any better. All right, let's get this down to the collective farm. I think we're good now. I'll meet you guys down there. Oh yeah, we're good. No more doing wheelies over the bump. Okay, we got some weight on the front end. I wanted to make sure. I wanted to get over that railroad crossing, and yeah, we got traction on the front end. So I feel comfortable going about 40 or 50 on this. I'll meet you guys down there. All right, and after one quick trip through the snowy back roads of Baldeykino, we come skidding to a stop at the turn to the collective farm. Looks so peaceful here. Looks very peaceful. Wow, there's no tractors even. I guess they put them away before it snowed. I haven't been out here in a couple days. I had the truck over the weekend. All right, so we're gonna leave this salt. There's the shop. I don't see a tractor in there. I don't see any tractors in there. Well, we're gonna leave this salt. Here, let's put it back here behind the shop. There's the skid steer. Let's put it over there with that construction stuff out of the way. Yep, they just left the skid steer outside. All right, good move. Well, it's going to be a cold seat. Let's get this unloaded for him. Oh, there's the tractors. Oh, there's ours right there. Sweet. All right, I guess they're done with the tractor then. You know, I think I could have. Parked this a little bit better. Get this out so we can get to it a little bit better. There we go. Now the question is, can we reach it with this? Yeah, I mean, we should be able to. So, note to self, next time you load a Gazelle, make sure there's weight at least over the axle. Well, it kind of really goes for anything. I just didn't want to, I wasn't thinking about it because it was a forklift, you know. But I knew we'd be unloading it with a skid steer and we'd have a little more reach unloading it. See if I can kind of get this back on the... No, it doesn't want to slide back on the forks. Alright. Where should we put this thing? Let's put this back over here. Right behind the shop. They can get it if they need it. Oh yeah, there's that roller. I'm going to need to use that roller again. Well, not for a minute. We might need a plow first. Now we have a plow. I was just thinking about our potatoes. I might need to replow the potato field, but I can't even see the potato field right now. Now let's bump this forward a little bit for him. There we go. I'll let him know I dropped that there for him. All right, I'm going to run into the office and get our paycheck, get our money, and we already paid for the tractor repairs. We can get our tractor and head home. All right, so we got our money for helping them through the winter. A little something. There was no contracts to pick up. Yeah, so I offered to work here. So I did a contract right in November or something like that. I'm not sure if that was in a previous episode or not. I've been doing a lot of farming. I kind of lost track, but we did. I did a cultivating contract, and then after that, there weren't any contracts we're taking over the winter. So we've been working here. Well, they even cleaned it up for us. I mean, we got some snow on it, but look at that, nice and clean. And it should be fully fueled and repaired. That's great because our little tractor took a lot of wear and tear over the course of last fall, just using it last fall. I mean, look at that. They didn't even clean off their own tractors, but yeah, they got ours nice and clean for us. All right, so we can get back to the farm and probably move on to March and start thinking about potatoes and getting them planted. All right, well, here we are at the farm. There's our fields to be there. Yeah, next month we're going to get started on that. Assuming the snow's gone, and if the snow isn't cleared, well, then I guess we'll just have some extra work to do. Oh, a little bumpy. It's bumpy, but it's not as bad as it was here on the driveway. Not as bad as it was. Pretty good. Right, I was getting ready. I was going to scoop it all into a pile and remove it, but oddly, as I was scooping it, it just kind of flattened out into a nice bed of gravel, and so I left it. Let's put this... Oh, I did not see that snowdrift right there. Well, hopefully that's a little better next month. Some of that snow pile might still be there. Well, we got the equipment to move it. All right, and I'll see you guys in March. All right, happy spring, everyone. It's March, and look at that. The snow is all gone. Wow, I've not seen this grass for a while. There was a little bit of snow all winter, and it snowed. Most of the snow came in February. Oh, it's nice to see our green grass and our big fields. These fields are both ready to go, I think. Although it's been a minute since I planted potatoes, you know, I think I actually need to plow this and refurrow it to put in potatoes. I really didn't think of that. I plowed it and then cultivated it. And then it kind of struck me, wait, don't I need furrows to plant potatoes? Yeah, well, we'll find out. And we're going to need equipment to do that. I had a look at the equipment that's on sale, and sadly, nothing that's going to help us in our potato quest. Let's head down and check on our wheat fields. Let's see, what piece of equipment are we going to want? Well, let's get our... There is one piece of equipment right here. We can get our own roller for the low price of $3,600. That's less than I got paid for working for the farm over the winter. We can get this. We've been needing a roller. You know, these first two fields, like that one down there by the road, you know, they're not even rolled because I didn't have one and didn't get to it. So let's take a tractor down there to pick that up with. And well, let's have a look at potato equipment. Well, right now, really all we got to worry about is planting equipment. Let's check the calendar here and see that we're in season for planting potatoes, which, yeah. And then corn, we're going to plant corn next month. So let's get down to the store and we can have a look at what kind of potato equipment we might want to get. You know, that said, we don't need to pick up that roller just yet. It'd be more productive to bring back potato equipment. All right, so, yeah, let's drive down to the store on this fine spring day, and while we're down there, I want to have a look at what kind of potato equipment we can get. We're going to need at least a planter at the very least, obviously, and have a look at some. We're going to have to plant corn too. Oh, let's check on our wheat over here. Yeah, it's going, it's growing, it's looking good. And the places I haven't run over it yet, that is, I've clipped the field a couple places when I was turning around in these fields here, but yeah, might have to modify this field, put a fence around it or something. It's easy to, yeah, see, like right here, it's kind of easy to run through that field. All right, I'm going to run down to the store, and we're going to have a look at some of the equipment we can get for planting season. Yeah, you know, I was just on the way to the store here, and I just drove through this. I was just thinking, yeah, the snow's gone, but that means the return of some mud. Well, that's just going to be a thing out in the country out here. It's just going to be a thing. All right, we've got a cop following us all the way from the farm. I don't think we did anything wrong. He's going to drive past. Yeah, but here we are at the store. We've got that roller waiting for us, along with our swath picker, which we can properly see now that there's no snow everywhere. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks nice. Looks nice. These are both kind of beat up, and they're going to need to be repaired. Yeah. Well, may as well do it now before I forget. Let's go ahead and get this into the shop and see what that's going to cost us. If we can afford it now, probably. It's probably just going to be $110. Yeah. Yeah. Get that repaired, and I'll park this over by our pickup truck. And we can come down and get this, well, when we need it. Or, you know, the next time I'm down here and have a free attachment to bring it back with. Because right now, we need to bring home some potato equipment. All right, it looks like for planting potatoes, we kind of only got one choice that's even remotely affordable right now. Because the next planter up the scale is almost all the money we have. So it looks like we're going to be going with this guy here. And yeah, we're going to want to buy some potatoes to put in there too. Now, Yeah, only this one time. Then after this harvest, we'll save some aside so we can plant next year. So let's go ahead and always remember to do this. So I get different license plates. Make sure it's got its own plate. And yep, I'm going to buy that. And let's pick this up, get this home. And one more thing I want to have a look at, well, at some point this month. Yeah, that cost us a pretty penny. You know, that was darn near half of what we had. So we're going to want to pick up a contract of some kind, get some more work done, because we're going to want to get a planter for our corn too. Let's have a look at that. I mean, just while we're here, because we won't need to worry about a harvester for that. Yeah, that's true. Not until fall. What kind of planter can we get for corn? See, we can go pretty cheap. Some older equipment here. Something like this would actually be great, and that's within our price range right here. I'm not a fan of stuff that attaches to the 3-point. They're not as easy to pull around, but actually I know a way around that. Yeah, that's true. I think this is going to do us good. We may as well go ahead and get this too now, because we're going to be planting corn next month, and we don't need any other potato stuff. Nah, we're good on that. We can fix that. There's a little handy little attachment we can get right here, but ooh, we can't afford that. See, this is great for those 3-point only connections, and you can tow them with just a low hitch on the back of your tractor. That way you can get some swivel out of it, the Volga here. But yeah, can't afford that because we need to buy seeds. So we got a planter for the corn. You know what? We can get seeds. We paid back. We more than paid back the lime that we took. So our planter's right there. Yeah, we more than paid back that lime that we took. They know I'm good for it. We'll borrow some seeds to refill this stuff. There's a big building down there that the farming co-op owns. It's we drive past it every single time we go to the farm. I got seeds and fertilizer there. When we get some of that, we can get this filled up. So I'm going to get down there and grab a tractor, and we're going to get this loaded up. So this right here, actually, we've been down here. This is where we're storing our sugar beets right there, and it's the vegetable warehouse there. And we got fertilizer and seeds here that we can fill up on. You know, I remember a couple episodes ago, I think it was, I was talking about getting a loader. I thought it'd be great to, if we had some extra money, to buy a loader that we could leave out here. So we could leave it out here for this, and then the lime storage over there across the road. Yeah, that would be nice. When we get some extra money, I'd like to do that. Get a loader and leave out here for them. Because for the time being, I'm going to have to drive back to our farm. I'm going to have to catch a ride back to our farm and get our loader out here so we can fill up our new potato planter. Oh, look at that. It is shiny and new. All right, I'm going to go grab us a tractor or our bucket and get out here. All right, I think there's actually a back way into this place over around here. And I think it might actually be better to plant the potatoes with this tractor, because the planter it's got such a narrow working width. I think with a smaller tractor, it'd be kind of be easier to see where we're going with it, you know. I'll leave it attached, obviously. I kind of got to. I'll leave it attached to the big tractor. We'll get it loaded up with seeds, and then yeah, I'm going to have to come back down here at some point to get fertilizer. Yeah, probably so. We're going to have to use for fertilization, we'll be using our lime spreader. And we can come down here and get fertilizer too. But for now, let's get this loaded up with seeds. When I get money, we'll go get some seeds in bulk and come down and refill this. Now, let's make sure we get this lined up so we don't make a mess. Because our bucket is kind of like as wide, if not wider, than the planter. Very careful. Excellent. Not quite. Okay, so oh, what was that I said about making a mess? Yeah, I'll clean it up. So the capacity, the bucket only has a capacity of 800 liters. I thought wrong. It's got a capacity of 500. All right. Let's get this pulled forward here. For the moment, we're gonna leave this tractor down here. So we'll just go ahead and set this down. I'm going to leave this tractor down here for the moment because I'm going to do the planting with the 80. Oh, look at that right there. I've been down here. This is where we delivered the sugar beets. Oops, turn that down, turn that off. Well, yeah, and if you'll recall, yeah, this was the truck we were delivering the sugar beets in. I parked it here, and somehow I completely overlooked this. All right, that'll come in handy. Bet they didn't even know there was a collectible hiding on their property down here. All right, let's clean up this little seed mess here. Right as I made some remark about not having a mess to clean up, and then I went and made a mess. There we go. And I think we're good to get started, although I might get back there only to find out that we got to plow the field again. It seems to me like, and I kind of realized it after I cultivated the field. It kind of hit me. I was thinking, don't I need furrows to plant potatoes? And I think I do. I could be saying all this for nothing. So let's wait till we get back and find out. I'll meet you guys back at the farm with the taters. Oh, you know what? Actually, before I go, let's think ahead this time. Well, you see, we might run out of potatoes. So we got a bucket in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Why go back empty-handed? Why go back to the farm empty-handed? Well, we're pulling up to the farm. Ah, looks good. Looks good. Yeah, without the snow, now we can kind of see. Well, once that wheat grows up, we'll really be able to see that what we have is actually a farm, you know? When we started here, this was nothing but an empty plot. Well, when I came out here first, prior to the first episode, this was literally an empty lot with nothing. We got a house built in. Got those buildings put in. Trees. We got 4 fields now. A little road. I'm just looking, you know, just kind of admiring it. It was nothing at the start. Now, the working width of this planter is only 1.5 meters. It's good, and that's why I was kind of regretting maybe making that field as wide as I did. I didn't mean to make it that wide, but you know, we don't got to plant the whole thing. And one thing I was thinking of, I mentioned earlier, maybe doing some contracts to get some money. Well, one thing about that, yeah, it's March. Then planning's maybe in a month or two, but right now there's no contracts or anything except cultivating and maybe potato planting, but no thank you. Planting our own is more than enough for me. So we're going to be a little shy on extra work here. Let's see, where do you think we need to run this thing? I think this here might be good. Let's just let's try this out and let's see. Is this going to want to plant, or do I need to plow first? Nah, I guess it's making its own furrows. This tractor should have the power to pull this guy. Yeah, so we're good. I mean, we did. It says you need to plow the land first. Is why I was saying that, because it says you need to plow the land first. And well, we did. This is plowed. It's just not the last step that I did. And you know, yeah, we're having a little issue pulling this guy here. Maybe I got to use the bigger tractor because, well, we've got more than enough horsepower to pull it, but I don't think we have the traction. I'm going to need to address that. However, let's go ahead and put this on. I'm going to check the working speed of this tool. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to have to go grab the 2022 and bring it out here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's drop this off. Let's leave it right there. I'm going to go get the 2022, bring it out here, and let's see how it does. Oh yeah, we get these extra seeds. Got these as extra, and I can't see that hurting a darn thing, so I'll put these, well, for the, yeah, you know, let's just put him here on the ground. Here, I'll just put him in the, in the covered area right here, actually out of the way. We don't got that truck anymore, so we can just put these seeds here. We'll need them. We're gonna need them regardless. And actually, we're gonna want to get more. Yeah, we're gonna want to get more because at some point, right, I'm gonna drive this tractor down to the seed shed, and because we're gonna need the bucket loader down there for when I do get more seeds, and I'll come back with the 2022. All right, now that we got the big guy out here, it shouldn't be a problem. The tractor's so much wider than the implement though, so what I'll do is Let's get over this. What we'll do is we'll just have to kind of go by the weight on the front, or the wheels on the front. Maybe it will kind of be our guide as to where to go. I don't usually like running tools with, I said we could have fit this back down to just 4 wheels. Could have taken off the other wheels, but we don't have a shop here just yet. We'd have to go down to the other farm, so I'll kind of see if we can get lined up for this. And I'll just have to go by, like, it looks like maybe if I have maybe the front wheels kind of centered on which row we're on, it looks like might kind of be our guide. Yeah, what I was saying is, yeah, when you got a tractor that's so much wider than the implement, it can be hard to tell from back here where we're going. This is pulling it, so this is what we'll have to do. And I'll just kind of line it up with, yeah, the inside edge of the front wheel. Just kind of get the edge of the field right there where the hood is, I guess. Yep, that's planting. Yeah, now you see, if you didn't already see, now you see why I was kind of unsure about the width of this field. It's going to take quite a few rows, so I'm going to get to this. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in while we finished up stuff for the winter. We got potatoes going down in March. There's no contracts worth taking, so I'm going to be doing this. And next month we can get over there to that corn. We already got our planter. Got some more stuff to move around, things like that. Looks like I'm going to be making a couple more runs down there for seeds. I might just take a tipper down there for the seeds. Yeah, you know, I think that's what I'm going to be doing next. Is we need a lot more seeds. We're going to have to, I mean, if that one row, yeah, I think I'm going to take our tipper down there, fill it up with seeds, and bring it back. We're going to owe them a lot of seeds, but we got to get our stuff planted. All right, guys, I'm going to get this planted, and I'll catch up with you afterwards. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time.